Hello, good evening, and welcome to Morristown, New Jersey for the Strive Network broadcast of the Morristown-Beard Crimson on homecoming night against the Butler Bulldogs. Hey there, fans. Darius Thigpen and Simon Rose with you. It's a fall day in Jersey, and the forecast calls for degrees in the 40s, rain, and football. Tonight's Friday Night Lights matchup features the Crimson and the Bulldogs. Morristown-Beard enters 0-3 on the season. The Bulldogs are 1-2. Crimson fell on the road 41-0 at Hanover Park to start 0-1 in the Northwest Jersey Athletic Conference play. Butler enters 1-2 on the season, 0-1 in conference. Simon, these Crimson looking to bring back some good memories of past seasons they've had, and what they're going to need is to have some good leadership from their head coach Tim Fell tonight in his fourth year, and he's looking to get this team off the schneid, starting 0-3 on the season.
Yeah, let's take a look at that coach's corner with Tim Fell. He graduated from Villanova, got a master's at Seton Hall, fourth season. And he's got a lot of experience coaching, not only here, but at Del Barton and Seton Hall Prep as well. We'll run through the rest of the elements of our pregame show as the broadcast goes on, but we're underway, Darius.
And the kick rolled out of bounds off the foot of Brad Dallas. And Butler will start with the ball. Morristown-Beard won the toss, deferred to the second half. So let's bring up the starters defensively tonight for Morristown-Beard. You're going to see up front a couple of big guys. Alex Motley, the senior at defensive end, missed the last few games with injury, but he's one of the guys that this Butler, or rather this Morristown-Beard team is looking to have as a stalwart up front. Patrick Salazar, Garrett Ryan, and Markel Titus also some of the guys up front that you're going to need to look for. Nick Fazio, one of the captains at linebacker with Calvin Wetmore in the linebacking core, and Oliver Stitt is also in the linebackers. Then your corners, Jack Cipriano and Ryan Russo, with Taj Valentine, one of the players of the game to look out for with Declan Kelly, also as your safeties. So we're going to see Brad Dallas with a re-kick rather than Butler taking the yardage. Morristown-Beard moving from right to left, and it's another short squib kick. This one comes underneath to an up man, fields it right at the 40-yard line, and he takes it at the 42, and that's where Butler will start their offense.
Energy is going to be high here tonight, Darius. It is a windy, rainy day. You might say perfect football conditions, but it is homecoming week here for Morristown-Beard, and it's the end of a phenomenal week during school with some great competitions during school and obviously some great athletics as well, and we're privileged to be a part of it here on the Strive Network, covering the field hockey game, the field hockey JV and varsity games on Wednesday, soccer games last night, and here this football game should be a good one as well. It's
a windy, cold day, but talking to head coach Jason Luciani of the Butler Bulldogs, they're still going to throw the ball a lot with their starting quarterback, Dominic Gentile, up front for Gentile. You have John Vitone, Michael Warren, Brian Jewett, Cole Ryan Smith, and Corey Mack as his offensive lineman. First play is a give up the middle, and no gain on the play. That'll bring up second down and 10 for Butler. Starting running back is Sean Centenaro. Your wide receivers, Patrick Brady, Sean Mefford, and Dan Castiglia. Also you have Nick Guardardini out there, and Gentile is starting quarterback. Here comes Butler. They use a lot of four wide sets. They will run the ball, spread to run type offense. They have two receivers to the right of the formation, one to the left. Centenaro is man in the backfield. Now he motion to man. That's Mefford going in motion. And have a whistle called. False start. And that's a false start on Butler. So that'll make it 2nd and 14 for Butler. Butler offense coming out, wearing the white tops and the yellow bottoms. Moving from left to right offensively. Now the wind is blowing from at their back, so it's going to be really the way that you want to go offensively, going from left to right from your vantage point. Wind and rain's blowing that way. Here's a low snap and dug out, and it's thrown to the left side where it's completed. And across the 35, shy of the 40-yard line. Pass is complete for Castiglia. That's going to bring up third down and long.
Yeah, timing just a little bit off here as we take a look at the replay. And all it takes is just one split second of missed timing, and you see it here with the bobbled snap and the defense. What a great job by both of those defenders to pursue the receiver on the screen pass.
Line of gain is just across the 50-yard line. It's at the 49 of Morristown-Beard. So it's third and long. Another shotgun set for Butler. And looks like we have another false start right on the line. Looked to be Centenaro who moved there right at the beginning of the play.
Yeah, you hear that cowbell going on. And yeah, maybe this crowd here, this raucous crowd who's come out and watching in the rain, still making noise, making it a little bit difficult for that visiting team.
You certainly have to give props to all the fans who are out here. It's not a pleasant day.
And it wasn't a pleasant day last night, and they were here cheering on both the boys and the girls soccer team throughout. Spirits certainly very high here at Morristown-Beard during homecoming week.
It's rainy. The wind is kicking up. It's going to be gusting all night. Temperatures in the 50s, and it's just going to keep dropping. There's a draw on 3rd and long, and just a few yards there for Centenaro. That'll bring up 4th down.
Nice stand by the defensive front of Morristown-Beard, and they'll have a chance on offense after a 3-and-out.
Alex Motley made the play, and Motley, the senior out of Orange, missed the first few games with injury, but he has come on strong late in his career. He really has been one of the guys on the team who you look to as one of the leaders, not just defensively but offensively. He plays defensive end, plays right tackle. He'll be playing his college football at Yale. And here is a punt, and going back to it was Ryan Russo, the sophomore out of Denville, let it go out of bounds. So Morristown-Beard will take over deep in their own territory. Now, mentioned early on that one of the players to look out for is Taj Valentine. Taj Valentine, sophomore from Morristown, New Jersey. On the season, 290 rushing yards, averaging nearly 6 yards a pop, has a touchdown on the ground. Also 4 receptions for 121 yards and a touchdown on the season. One of the guys you're going to need to look out for. And Coach Fell called him the X factor for Morristown-Beard. He's lined up behind the senior captain, Jimmy Zielinski, the captain. And the give up the middle is to Valentine, and maybe a gain of about 1 or 2 on the play. Back to the line of scrimmage. Simple handoff. It's going to be a very tough day for teams that are moving right to left offensively, as Crimson are right now. That's the way the wind is blowing right into their face. But now 4 wide, 5 wide, set for Zielinski. Shotgun set. And Zielinski, the lefty, looks to his right, and he brings the ball down. He's going to take off. Can't get any yards, gets just back to the line of scrimmage, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and long.
And Darius, we haven't seen too many plays by either team that have gone for positive VRs. This is going to be a defensive battle in these conditions.
8:26 to go in the first quarter, still looking for our first down of the game, scoreless game between Morristown-Beard and the Butler Bulldogs. Now see, on the left side of this formation, Dees was wide open, or was rather unguarded, had no one on him. But now stepping up to play him defensively is Gardani. Now here is play, throw across the middle is caught at the 20, gain of maybe 2 on the play. Russo made the play, but that is going to bring up 4th down. So this is going to be one of those games where it's going to be all about who has good field position, who has good possessions, and really it could be whoever gets the first down of this game to really establish who go on to winning this game.
It's all about building momentum, and one good play leads to more good plays down the line.
And here is a low punt, and Dan Castiglia, rather than playing it off the hop, is just going to let this one roll. Barely gets across the 50.
Yeah, but you can tell. 47-yard line. If you can see in the camera, you could maybe if you look at the lights, you can see that rain and which way that rain is pouring, and you can see the wind was coming right against Morristown-Beard on that possession. So that's going to make it tough. Not only offensively, obviously they didn't have much success on that first series, but obviously the punt as well. And all things considered, he got that low into the wind, and that's what you need to do. And he got a decent roll, not a great punt, but best you can do considering the conditions. And for
Brad Dallas, punt up about 30 yards there. This is where Butler takes over their second possession. First play is a straight handoff up the middle, and it's a good gain, but 8 yards on first down. Sean Centenaro, the freshman, on the run up the middle.
Gain of about 7 on the play. 2nd and 3.
They'll bring up 2nd down and 3 for Butler, moving left to right offensively. They have the wind at their back, so this could be huge for this possession if they are able to get the score in. 7 minutes to go in the first quarter, still scoreless game. And it's going to be another gift. Centenaro up the middle, and he has a good gain of first down across the 40. He's brought down right at the 37-yard line and into Morristown territory. Butler has the first down of the game.
Yeah, good push by this offensive line as we take another look.
Good give.
Full back give and really good seal on the right side of that line.
Good give right up the middle and bounce it out to the right side to get that first down. So here's first down at the 37-yard line of Morristown-Beard. Butler is rolling offensively, first down of the game. Here is another give, and gain of about 3 yards on the play. Got down to the 35-yard line.
Brought down by Titus.
That was
and Nick
Markel
Fazio.
Titus in on the stop. Titus, the other defensive end on the other side of Motley. Titus, senior from right here in Morristown, 6'3", 365 pounds.
Darius, just want to mention real quick that the clock on our scoreboard is unofficial. It is not linked to the scoreboard on the field, so hopefully you can update the fans as much as you can with the appropriate time, as I'm multitasking here and trying to do a lot of things.
So the pass here is incomplete. That'll bring up third down. So moral of the story is don't rely on the clock, rely on the broadcast.
Yeah, listen to Darius. Darius speaks the truth.
We do have 6:03 on the first quarter clock. Clock is stopped after the incompletion. Brings up third down and 7. Line to gain is just across the 30-yard line at the 28 of Morristown-Beard. And here comes Gentile in the shotgun set. His 4 receivers and his running back, and they're going to go that way to a screen on the right side. And he's brought down shy of the 30-yard line. That's going to bring up fourth down. And now it really is decision time. You're not really going to think of a long field goal in this
Yeah, I
wind
know,
in this
Darius. I
weather.
got to say, it's not much of a decision,
Well,
especially
the decision
in these
is,
conditions.
do you want to punt or do you want to go for it? I
That's
think that's
true.
really the decision right
You know, if I'm a coach, and I'm not a coach, but you're deep in the territory, I think you're going for it. You got 5 yards to get. If you do not make it, then you're giving the ball to Morristown-Beard going against the wind, so you really don't hurt yourself if you miss the fourth down.
And
So
I think that's the key, that they're going with the wind right now. You have to take advantage with the wind at your back. And that's
Right.
what Butler does, and they're going to go on the fly sweep. But the ball is put on the ground. And Gentile, it's a fumble. He scoops it up, and he's brought down back near midfield at the 45-yard line. That's where Morristown-Beard will take over. And really, that was the only thing you couldn't have if you were Butler, to have a catastrophic play like that and a big loss of yardage. Morristown-Beard takes over at its own 44-yard line.
Yeah, this is worst-case scenario right here for Butler. The only thing worse would be if Morristown-Beard picked it up and went for a touchdown. Just a bad snap, a slick ball, and a huge play for Morristown-Beard as they've got good field position.
And it was Castiglia on the fly sweep, tried to give him the ball on the handoff, and it looked like a missed exchange there. So that was the culprit of that, dropped the ball. Now Morristown-Beard with great field position going from right to left, and you have pre-snap penalty. And it's going to be a false start on the Crimson.
Offsides.
Or rather called offsides on Butler. 5-yard penalty. Puts the ball near midfield.
So that's the third pre-snap penalty we've seen against Butler so far. The first 2 came as false starts on the offensive side of the ball. And this one gives 5 yards to Morristown-Beard.
So here is Zielinski, comes in the pistol set, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, man in motion. There's a shotgun snap. He takes it himself, and he's crunched trying to go up the middle. And the play was made right in the hole by Corey Mack.
Yeah,
Beautiful
what a play
stop
by-
right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what a play by Corey Mack. Look at this stick.
And they'll call that a loss of 1. So that brings up second down and 6. 5:30 to go in the first quarter. Morristown-Beard and Butler Bulldogs are scoreless. And we do have an injured man down on the field. See if you can get a number for the man down. And looks to be defensive tackle Michael Warren, the junior, who is down on the field.
You know, in this weather, I'm not surprised to see an injury this early. It's a little cold. Everything's going to hurt just a little bit more. It's going to sting just a little bit more. So let's hope that this is not a serious injury for Butler.
We always hope that it's just a cramp or something. And all those people will think that it's only the warm weather when you get the cramp. On these cold days where it's a little tougher to get warmed up and get ready to go, these can also be the days where you might have a muscle spasm, as we still see Warren down on the field being tended to. And Warren's still down on his back. Junior defensive tackle.
Just want to show these events from homecoming week for Morristown-Beard. I mentioned it's a big week for this school.
Homecoming week.
Yes, It was homecoming week. So this was yesterday's events. They had Superhero Day. It was a dress-up day. Today, they had a huge day. Today was Crimson Day for everyone here at Morristown-Beard. It started with a pep rally in the main gym at 10 a.m. Then they had a Hall of Fame induction ceremony for some key Morristown-Beard athletes. And those athletes are actually going to be honored at halftime as well. And we'll hope to join in the festivities. We will join in the festivities and featuring them. The Kirby Mile will also be run at halftime. So a lot of extra activities here for homecoming week. A really exciting time here at Morristown-Beard.
Good news for Warren. He was able to run off the field under his own power. So it brings up 2nd down and 6 for Morristown-Beard. The Crimson rolling from right to left. There's a shotgun snap for Zielinski. Throws out to the right side. The ball is bobbled, and it's intercepted right at midfield. And this ball is going to be brought back into Morristown-Beard territory. Brought down at the 40-yard line, and making the play was the junior linebacker, Danny Polans.
Danny Polans, there's a big play. Was it tipped at the line? I'm not quite sure. Let's see. So take a look at the replay here.
And the ball went right off of his receiver's hands, and Polans was able to make the play. Ball was deflected, and easy play for him as he was able to get the interception in. And the ball back into their territory.
And that's case in point why it's going to be so difficult to throw in this game. And you're going to see these two teams try to run as much as they can, especially after that play right there gives you an example of how difficult it's going to be to try to air it out.
And for Zielinski, just the 3rd interception on the season. Has 7 touchdowns to go to those 3 interceptions. There is a fake on the fly sweep, and looking downfield was Gentile, but he overshot his man, looking for the senior Sean Mefford down the right sideline.
Remember how I said it's going to be difficult to throw the ball? There's another case in point right there of where that ball landed about 30 yards in front of the intended target.
Well, that was an overthrow there from Gentile.
It was an overthrow, but you're going with the wind.
With the wind at your back, of course. But one of the things that Coach Luciani said when I talked to him yesterday was that they're not going to be afraid to throw the ball with Gentile. I feel like his arm is strong enough to cut through the wind. So even when they are going into the wind, still expect them to go with this 5-wide look. Now they have 4 wide, with the man in the backfield being Centenaro, and there's the give to him right up the middle, and no gain on the play. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Gain of maybe 1.
Yeah, nice work by the defensive front of Morristown-Beard. You've got John Vitone up there. You got John Taggart, Michael Warren, and excuse me, that's the wrong team. We got Alex Motley, Patrick Salazar, Garrett Ryan, and Markel Titus.
And it was a
up there in the front line.
It was a junior Ryan out of Harding, New Jersey, who made the play. So the ball spotted at the 39-yard line of Morristown-Beard. Butler trying to keep this drive alive. And here is a throw out to the left side, and the ball is dropped right at the 35-yard line. It's not going to be good enough for a 1st down anyways. Line to gain right across the 30-yard line. So that's going to bring up 4th down and 10, and they're going to bring out the punt unit.
Nice hold by Morristown-Beard. They turn the ball over, but they don't allow Butler to make them pay.
So for that Morristown-Beard defense, good stop as they're able to bring up the 3 and out. Brancaccio is back to punt, standing on his own side of the field. Back deep to receive is Ryan Russo. Here's a high punt that puts Russo toward the sideline. This one's going to roll into the end zone and brings up a touchback. So Morristown-Beard could have been pinned if it was a better punt there, but Crimson will take over in their own territory at the 20-yard line. Scoreless game, 4:12 to go in the 1st quarter. Haven't seen a ton of offense, a lot of wind, a lot of rain in today's game between the Crimson and Butler Bulldogs here in Morristown, New Jersey.
Yeah, those are my favorite kinds of games, though, man. Those sloppy games. You watched that Ravens-Steelers games last night. Those games are always traditionally sloppy. This is football weather.
Now, these are two teams that like to spread it out, so it's going to be interesting to see how the offenses react. And here is another zone read for Zielinski, and he has a good run here. He finishes it off across the 35-yard line. He gets down, or across the 25, gets down near the 26. Gain of about 6 on the play.
Yeah, the other thing is the defense is going to start stacking the box. They're going to start expecting these runs, so it's going to make it even tougher. And Zielinski's going to have to play a little bit more powerful when he's running the football. And a nice juke there, and then he lowered his shoulder and gained himself an extra few yards. Nice run by Zielinski.
And this is an attacking downhill defense for the Butler Bulldogs out of this 4-3 formation. They do bring their linebackers up to line of scrimmage, so it certainly plays to their favor. Here's a run up the middle, and a gain of about 4 on the play. It's going to be close to a first down. And it looks like it is going to be good for Morristown-Beard, first down. That was Taj Valentine, one of our pregame players to look out for in this game. This Morristown-Beard team runs the ball pretty effectively, 135 yards per game on the ground, 172 through the air. And we do have a timeout called by Butler. Timeout on the field. 32 seconds to go, scoreless game in the first quarter between the Crimson and the Butler Bulldogs.
Yeah, you know, Darius, it hasn't had a ton of action this game thus far, but man, is it I just can't get over the fact that these fans are here in this freezing cold here to support Morristown-Beard. You got to look at these fans here and what it looks like here at Morristown-Beard.
I was going to say, don't tell all of them that this has been a boring game. They're certainly into it right now.
Oh, they're into it. Did I say boring? Did I say that word?
Low offense does not mean boring.
No, it does not mean boring. I mean, that's good stuff. I love that.
This has been playing to the elements, so taking care of the ball and playing good defense. Now, we do have the one turnover in the game. That was the interception Butler got right around midfield. But Morristown-Beard has the ball back. Still scoreless game, 32 seconds to go in the first quarter. There is a give on the right side, and trying to get to the corner, and he does. Good run there from Valentine, and gain of about 9 on the play.
And now they're starting to run the ball with some effectiveness. They're going right to the run. And now on second and short, maybe you do open the playbook up a little bit.
Well, if you were going to take a shot, you certainly would be, I think second and short would be the time for the shot play. 2:52 to go here in the first quarter. Still scoreless game. Morristown-Beard, after the 8-yard run from Valentine, they're going to give it back to him. Valentine trying to go the left side, but he's going to be brought down in the backfield this time, shy of the 40-yard line. And this brings up 3rd and about 3.
Yeah, just no help for Valentine right here on the give.
3rd and 3 now for Morristown.
Tried the zone read, trying to get to the outside for Valentine as he had success going to the right side on the previous play. On the second down play, no room on the left side.
Nice play by the Butler safety, Dan Castiglia.
This is 3rd and 3, and here's another run. This time it's going to be the quarterback taking himself up in the middle, but Zielinski is brought down shy of the 40-yard line, so it's going to bring up 4th down. Loss of about a yard on the play.
Give credit to Butler there. Nice gain on first down, set up a second and short, and 2 really good sticks defensively to force Morristown-Beard to punt.
So here comes Dallas out to punt for the second time today.
Dallas on the punt.
Back deep is Castiglia. He's standing at his own 30-yard line. It's a good punt away and draws Castiglia to the sideline. It rolls around the 30-yard line, and it'll be stopped at the 31. And punting into the wind, certainly not a terrible punt there.
Oh,
from
no,
Dallas.
I would call that a win. That's a great punt considering where he was and what the wind is like. Again, kept it low. It's just good technique by the punter there for Morristown-Beard.
So Butler takes over at its own 31-yard line. 1:37 to go in the first quarter, still a scoreless game. Simon Rose and Darius Thigpen with you from Morristown, New Jersey. Windy, rainy day. So as we allude to the weather, talk about the weather, well, that's why it's temperatures in the 50s, just going to keep dropping here overnight. And give on the left side is for a couple of yards there for Centenaro.
Lucky for us, we're in the press box up here.
So at least we're dry.
At least we're dry.
Still
it's
cold.
A little chilly. But I spent 3 years in North Dakota, so I'm not going to complain.
Brings up 2nd and 6 for Butler. Moving clock, 1:15 to go in the first quarter. And we've seen Butler have, I guess you could say, the more consistent offensive approach. They've gotten the ball deeper into Morristown-Beard territory, although this play is stopped right at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how things changed as they switch sides of the field in the second quarter. This wind has got to be playing a factor.
You certainly would think that if you're one of these teams, you want to have the wind at your back end. The wind is going to play a big factor. If you look into the lights, you can see how much the wind is pushing the rain across. 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. Here is Gentile looking downfield, and he has his man right across the 45, down right around there, the 30-yard line. Play is made for a first down. Squagliardi on the grab. The senior with a big catch, and clock stops. 26 and 9/10 of a second here in the first quarter. And if you're Butler, you would think that you want to take all those shots, as many as you can right now with wind at your back.
Yeah, what a throw there. Two defenders, double coverage, well done.
Now here's Gentile under center, and he looks for his man, Centenaro. Give up the middle. He has maybe a yard on the play back to the line of scrimmage. And that should do it from here in the first quarter. Garrett Ryan on the stop. And that will bring an end to the first quarter, so a scoreless game for the first quarter between the Crimson and the Butler Bulldogs.
Ladies and gentlemen, during halftime of tonight's football game.
So it is Butler on the move, and they'll have second down and about 10 yards when they take over in the second quarter here in Morristown, New Jersey.
I was born fast. Parisi made me faster.
I thought I could jump. Parisi brought me to new heights.
I wasn't always quick. Parisi made me lightning fast.
Strength was never my strength. Parisi changed all that.
Start of the second quarter here in Morristown, New Jersey. Chris, I told you I was going to call you Chris.
Chris Rose, yeah.
I'll
I'll take it.
Chris Rose. We have Simon Rose with us here today. Darius Big Ben as well. Strive Network broadcast of Morristown-Beard taking on the Butler Bulldogs. Butler is on the move in the Morristown-Beard territory. Now have the flip of the field. It's going to be 2nd and 7 for Butler as they now go into the wind for the first time today.
Not a very long break. These players are anxious to get back on the field. It's probably pretty cold when you're standing around in the huddles. They want to get out there and play this game.
Want to keep moving and then keep moving until you get to the locker rooms and
That's
probably
right.
try to dry as much as you can at the half. So start of the second quarter, there's Gentile under center. And he looks once again to his man Centenaro, give on the left side. He breaks a tackle at the 25, still on his feet, across the 10, and he hits into the end zone for a touchdown. There is a flag down right at the 12-yard line. For the moment, it's a 6-0 lead for Butler, but this could easily come off the board. See what the flag is.
Yeah, good power run. He broke a tackle at about the 15. Let's see. And it's going to go against Morristown-Beard, so this is going to count. Let's take another look at this.
So it is on
It was
Butler,
against Butler?
blocking the back on Butler.
Oh, okay.
So this is going to negate the score. Still a very good run, though, from Centenaro
right,
going
let's
on
see
the
if-
left side.
Let's see if we can see where this block in the back occurred. Regardless, what a great power move that was. And, all right, that block in the back did occur at about the 5-yard line.
Right.
I got to be honest, I don't know if that was going to impede the progress of going into the end zone.
You would think that Centenaro was still going to score, but at the very least now, it's a second chance for Morristown-Beard to keep the Bulldogs out of the end zone. So 11:48 to go here in the second quarter. Just underway in the second quarter of play here in Morristown. Crimson taking on the Butler Bulldogs. It is homecoming week for the Morristown-Beard Crimson. And with that penalty, it is going to bring up a measurement right at the line where the penalty yardage brought it back to.
It'll look like it's
And
a
ball
first down,
spotted.
correct?
Ball is spotted at the 22-yard line of the Crimson. That's where Butler will continue its offense. And they're going to call it a first down. Looked like it was going to be
First and 10.
2nd and 1, but that brings up 1st and 10 for Butler. And here is another give to the man Centenaro on the left side, and he gets a yard, maybe 2 on the play. Another flag down
Centenaro on the carry.
right
Flag
around the
on carry.
25-yard line. And this one is on Butler.
Holding penalty against the Bulldogs.
A holding on the Bulldogs, back them up 10 yards.
Still first
And a
down.
couple of killer penalties right there. One taking a score off the board. Now the hold is going to make it 1st down and long for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, the Butler Bulldogs have been the less disciplined team in this one thus far. That's their 5th penalty.
And the penalties have gone against Butler in their early going. Still, though, do have the only 2 real drives of the game as they've gotten the ball into
For the Bulldogs.
Morristown's territory twice. Now here just outside of the red zone at the 30-yard line. Make that 31. Gentile, the junior quarterback in the shotgun. Now staring into the wind. Calls for his man. Guagliardi on the fly sweep going to the right side. Can he get to the corner? He does with a jump hop. He gets to the sticks back to the original 1st down marker. Dropped the ball, but looked to be down before the ball came out. And the ball rolled out of bounds anyway, so no harm, no foul.
Really like how this play was designed for Butler. Look how much space there was.
And it was really good because they had the blockers out there. The corners were playing off enough so that receivers were out there to get their blocks before you could even really have the corners come up and make a play.
Yeah, that tackle on the far side may have saved a touchdown there. It looked like there was a lot of room to run if he broke that tackle.
That brings up 2nd down, 11, gain of 8 on the play. And here is another throw to the right side. And this one is broken up right at the pylon, shy of the end zone. Intended receiver was Castiglia, coming off of a 100-yard performance in his last game. Brings up 3rd down 11.
Yeah, sorry, Darius. Look how much the weather is playing a factor here. Receiver, assuming that this ball is going to carry a little bit, he's got to come back because the wind knocks it down. Almost played to his favor. He was in position to catch that ball.
I was going to say it ended up being a great back shoulder ball, but just wasn't looking for it was Castiglia. So ball dropped incomplete, brings up 3rd and 11. There's Gentile under center, and he gives to his man a draw for Centenaro right up the middle, and picks up good yardage right around the 15-yard line.
Pushes his way for about 7 yards.
That's going to bring up 3rd down and maybe 4.
Salazar on the tackle.
We'll see what the decision is here. Obviously, wind, rain in your face.
And a long 3.
It's going to be a long 3 for the offense. And we'll see if they go for it. And it looks offense is still out there. We're going to see the offense try to go for it. They had a good run on 3rd and long. We'll see what they do here on 4th and short. And it's going to be another run to Centenaro on the left side. It looks like he has the 1st down. He has the 1st down and more. He's going to scamper into the end zone. And that is 6 on the board for the Butler Bulldogs. No flags on the play. This one stands a touchdown for Centenaro.
Yeah, another beautiful run by Centenaro as we pot up the replay here.
And you saw on the left side there was a lot of room right at the beginning of the play. He was able to get to the outside.
Yeah, great seal block by number 50 there for Butler. That's Cole Rhinesmith, the senior, 6'1", 215 pounds. He really sprung Centenaro there to get in the end zone.
Here is the extra point attempt from Declan Minogue, and it's up, and it is good.
That's impressive, into the wind.
Into the wind, 7-0 is the lead for Butler with 9:43 to go in the 2nd quarter. So the first points of the day put up by Butler, going into the wind no less. Of course, they did have the big play as the drive started, a big hit by Guagliardi, which was going with the wind at the back of the Bulldogs as they were able to get that big play, got it into Morristown-Beard's territory, and then finishing off the drive going into the wind.
Hey, Darius, just want to remind our fans that you can always subscribe to us on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, just click that button and you can be up to date with the Strive Network with where we are on a given day. We're heading down to Princeton tomorrow. We've got covering a doubleheader of soccer. We've got a very, very busy fall, and we expect a very, very busy winter to come as well. So subscribe to us on YouTube, and you can stay up to date with us and travel around this state of New Jersey and beyond.
Dylan Brancaccio ready to kick off from right to left. Cipriano is back deep for Butler, or for Morristown-Beard. Crimson trailing 7-0, 9:43 to go. Now they'll go with the wind at their back. And it's one of the up men who picks it up. Valentine picks it up across the 40-yard line, still on his feet across the 50. He has the sideline, and he's brought down right around the 40-yard line. A great return. One of the up men, but Valentine, such a versatile athlete. Once you get the ball in his hands, you're going to see some fun things from this kid.
That is a reason that you picked him as the Strive Spotlight, right? I mean, this is a great return by Valentine. He gets a little boost in his rear with the wind going at his back, and this is the best opportunity thus far for Morristown-Beard in terms of field position, but now going with the wind downhill.
First time that the Morristown-Beard has had the ball into Butler's territory, and they have the wind at the back of the Crimson now. Shotgun set for Zielinski. And Zielinski gives it to Valentine going on the right side, trying to get to the corner, and he gets across the 45, still on his feet, across the 40, and he finishes the run down at the 38-yard line. A good run on first down for Valentine. Of course, had that big kickoff return, so Valentine doing it himself here.
Yeah, showing his speed here, and he was in a foot race with Cole Rhinesmith of Butler. And it looks like Valentine's going to win that foot race more times than not, and he does so there. Broke the tackle and got a few yards. Nice gain on first down.
Line to gain is the 33-yard line, so second down and about 5. And here is a run on the left side, a broken play. Zielinski, nothing for him there. And it's going to bring up third down and call it about 7. So not much there for Zielinski as he was just trying to find a hole there in the defense. Morristown-Beard trailing 7-0, 8:35 to go in the second quarter. Win at the backs of the Crimson, so let's see if they take advantage here with the pass play. 4 receivers, 2 to each side. And here is the lefty Zielinski throwing it out to the left side. This ball is tipped and nearly picked as it went off the hands of his intended receiver, Zach Dees, who has 149 yards receiving on the season, unable to make the grab there.
And we take another look. It'll bring up fourth down here. Just a little simple route by Dees, and that's the second time we've seen a ball go off of a receiver's hand and provide a great opportunity for a pick for Butler.
The throw from Zielinski was a little further upfield than maybe you wanted it to be. Dees cut off his route a bit shorter maybe than Zielinski was anticipating. Here's a punt from Dallas, and this one bounces right at the 10-yard line, and this one is going to be down right inside the 10 at the 5. A great punt there from Dallas. And it's officially at the 7-yard line. That's where Butler takes over, 93 yards away. A great punt there from Dallas.
Yeah, great punt there from Dallas, especially considering, I know we sound like a broken record, but especially considering the wind and where this team has to go. This is going to be a really tall task for Butler when they take over here.
Dallas was able to kill that punt inside the 10. So at its own 7-yard line, Butler has the ball. And here come the Bulldogs. First play is a give on the right side. And no gain on the play there for Centenaro. Making the play defensively was Valentine. Well, there was Castiglia in on the give. So Castiglia, one of the receivers, and he plays a little bit of running back as well in the backfield. Here's a pitch to Castiglia on the right side. He has a pretty good gain, still on his feet across the 20-yard line, and he's close to a first down.
It's going to depend on the spot, but Castiglia running with some power. Breaking tackles, it's tough to take down a guy in this cold weather as well.
And that does bring up first down for Butler. So Butler with the lead, and even going into the win, still have some offense going through the Bulldogs. 7-0 Butler, 7:15 to go here in the second quarter. Simon Rose, Darius Thigpen with you. Strive Network broadcast between Morristown-Beard Crimson and the Butler Bulldogs. And here is a give on the left side, and this time it is Centenaro. Centenaro able to break a tackle, stay on his feet. He's across the 25-yard line. Gain of about 4 on the first down run. Cipriano and Valentine in on the stop. Valentine, who we've talked about a few times today, sophomore from Morristown, New Jersey. He's not the biggest guy in the world, 5'7", 155, but he certainly is a tough kid, a good athlete as well. Playing strong safety and playing running back for Morristown-Beard.
Yeah, we've seen him make some good plays defensively as well as offensively.
Here is another give on the right side, and here is Castiglia again. across the 30-yard line, down near the 35. He has a first down for Butler.
Yeah, this offensive front of Butler is just having their way right now up front, and they're just providing some really good holes, and down the field they're getting down and getting those blocks up there and creating some space for the running backs. And yeah, it's just providing some success on the ground for Butler, which is what you need here in this kind of game.
Well, you see what they've done. They've gone with the 3 yards in a cloud of dust type offense, closing off the formation. Here's another give on the left side, and the pickup for about 1, maybe 2 on the play. Centenaro on the run. Valentine in on the stop. But they've gone away from the 4-receiver look, tightened up the formation, and it has worked for Butler so far in the second quarter. Bulldogs moving from right to left. Morristown-Beard from left to right. Beard with the crimson tops and the gray bottoms. Morristown does have the wind at its back, though. It certainly helps out. There's Gentile under center. 2nd and 8. Give on the left side is Centenaro, and he has about 4, maybe 5 on the gain on the play, so that'll bring up 3rd down and short. Final gain is the 45-yard line, so we can get another first down before even getting into Morristown's territory.
Yeah, we've seen Gentile just air the ball out twice, and he's 1 of 2, I believe, throwing the football. And he hasn't needed to throw it that much, but you know that he can beat you if he needs to throw the football. But when you're running and you've got, you're able to power through like Butler's doing right now, they're having some success. But this is a huge play here for Morristown-Beard.
There's another pitch play. This one is to Castiglia on the right side, and he has the first down. He's brought down shy of midfield, but has the first down at the 48-yard line. And now Morristown players pointing, saying that the ball came out at the end of the run. And one of the guys in there, Markel Titus, adamant that the ball came out. He's holding the ball right now, or was at the end of the play. But it is Butler ball.
Yeah, you certainly couldn't see it on the replay there. You saw the Morristown-Beard players saying that they did have it, but I don't think the referees saw it in live action. And if that's not the case, if they don't see it in live action, they can't just go back and call it a fumble because a Morristown-Beard player said so.
We have replay, but the referees tonight aren't going to be utilizing the replay. Here's a give up the middle, and another big run, about 8 yards on the first down carry. And that was, again, Castiglia there on the run.
Yeah, but something that Morristown-Beard does need right now is a fumble. They do need to turn this Butler team over. I would say interception, but it doesn't look likely that Gentile's going to throw the ball very much on this drive.
Here's Gentile under center. He goes with his up man, and fullback from the formation takes it up near the 40-yard line, and this is close to a first down. And looks like this is going to be good for a first down on the play.
Austin Mickens on the carry. Bowls his way for another.
And that was Austin Mickens, Jr., who had the carry, and it is going to be a first down for Butler. Bulldogs here on a drive. Here's a pitch to the right side for Castiglia, and he gets to the corner, and he has the 35-yard line. Another gain, about 6 on the play, but there is a flag down. And with the way that this offense has been working for Butler, this could be a killer if it's a holding. Wait the call from the referee. And it's a dead ball, personal foul on the Crimson. And rather than it being a killer one way, it's a killer the other way against the Crimson. So it's an automatic first down, and the march continues for these Bulldogs.
Yeah, it certainly is a killer, and you never want to see a personal foul penalty, especially when the other team is driving like they are and having success. You don't want to give them any extra help that they don't need.
So it's 7-0. Butler leading, 4:04 to go in the second quarter. We have a timeout on the field. Timeout called by Morristown-Beard. That is the first timeout of the first half for them. So Morristown-Beard trailing 7-0 at the timeout called by head coach Tim Fell. 7-0, Morristown-Beard trailing the Butler Bulldogs. And this is the Strive Network.
You can also follow us on Twitter at @Strive_network. You can also follow Darius Thigpen if you want to on Twitter.
At Thig08, THIG 08.
Little shameless self-promotion there, but certainly follow the Strive Network on Twitter. We're going to make a concerted effort this year to update that Twitter page as much as possible and stay up to date on social media, on the interwebs, since that's where our home is.
And everyone's done a good job putting out all the tweets of the games, of course, scores, links to the broadcast as well. So follow Strive Network on Twitter at Strive_Network on Twitter. We have a little bit of a delay with the timeout still going here.
How about these cheerleaders over here?
And
on the road from Butler, and Butler, I'm impressed with the crowd that came out. Maybe if they knew there was a stream going on, they wouldn't have come out live. They would have just stayed at home and watched it.
They could have stayed at home, stayed dry,
yeah,
stayed warm.
Yeah, look at that rain, though. You can see it in that shot. It does some justice for those guys are just getting drenched. Man, I am not envious of them. We are up here warm. Well, I wouldn't say warm, but we're dry here in the press box.
Warmer.
And that is all we can ask for.
So this ball is spotted right at the 20-yard line of the Crimson. Butler first down and 10. Here's a pitch to the left side, and a nice cutback there on the run from Centenaro, and he has a gain of about 4 on the play.
Taken down by Fazio.
So brings up second down and 6. 10-yard line is the gain, so you can get a first down without making it first and goal. Or it looks like that spot is right at the 10-yard line for the first down. So first down would make it first and goal. Second and 5. Here's a give right up the middle, and it's a good run for Castiglia, and he's close to a first down, and looks like he has it. He's across the 10-yard line, so it's going to set up first down and goal for Butler. Already up 7-0. The Bulldogs looking to go up 2 scores.
Yeah, man, they are just running, and they are tough to bring down. Dan Castiglia is listed as a wide receiver, but they just want to get the ball in his hands as he's taking it out of the backfield. 6 foot, 190 pounds. And him and Centenaro are doing a tremendous job running the football.
And here is an easy score for Castiglia going on the right side. No one was there. A touchdown makes it 13-0 Butler with 3:12 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, easy enough. The penalty didn't help earlier in the drive by Morristown-Beard. But what a very, very impressive drive by this Butler team. Is this the same drive that started all the way back on their 7-yard line? Pinned back, had to go, 93 yards against the wind. That is a really, really impressive drive by this Butler team.
Here's Minogue on the extra point attempt. Kick is up, and it's upright. Good. That makes it 14-0. Butler leads with 3:12 to go in the second quarter. And as you mentioned, a very impressive drive there for the Bulldogs, as they were able to go 93 yards and took a lot of time off the clock as well. And going into the wind, no less. Very impressive drive. Now, didn't need to throw the ball at all. The run game was so strong there, and you have to credit the offensive line for Butler. That offensive line really dominated the line of scrimmage. Receivers came in to block, and when you're going with the tight set, of course, you have more of a running back power look.
Right.
But it was to the advantage of Butler there on that drive.
Yeah, it's the battle in the trenches in games like these that really make the difference. And right now, that battle in the trenches is being won by the Butler Bulldogs. Now, this is going to be a very defining drive for Morristown-Beard. They're going to have the wind once again. And they really haven't had a tremendous amount of success moving the football, but they got to get the ball in some of their playmakers' hands. Let's get the ball in Valentine's hands and some of the other guys that can make some moves in open space. They need a big play to get the energy back high.
And here's Dallas and Dees back deep to receive for Morristown-Beard. And this goes in the direction of Dallas, and it's going to be one of the up men to play it. Russo picks it up right across the 20-yard line. He's across the 30-yard line. And 70 yards away, that is where Morristown-Beard will take over for this possession. Possibly the last possession of the first half for the Crimson, trailing 14-0. We'd just like to see them get a score before the halftime. They will get the ball first in the second half.
I'd like to see them string a few first downs together. We haven't seen this team get in a rhythm offensively. And that is some credit to the Butler defense. Like I said, this is going to be a defining drive here for Morristown-Beard.
Here's senior quarterback Jimmy Zielinski in the pistol formation. Looks through the left side, throws that way, but the ball is dropped behind the line of scrimmage. It is incomplete. It was a forward pass. Intended for Cipriano. So that one is dropped. Brings up 2nd and 10.
And Zielinski has not gotten help from his receivers as well. This is about the 3rd or 4th drop by a Morristown-Beard receiver right in the basket. And that's a catch you've got to make.
Put it on the
You're gonna
numbers.
move the football.
And that was Cipriano, the junior, is leading the team with 10 catches on the season. So certainly a guy you'd like to go to. Here's Valentine on the give up the middle. And a good run there. About 5 yards on the run. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 5. The 40-yard line is the gain.
6 now for Morristown-Beard.
So really a big play here for the Crimson to see if they can keep this drive alive, or it's going to be right back to Butler. Zielinski in the pistol. He has Valentine behind him. The give is to Valentine up the middle. He's going to be brought down shy of the 40-yard line, right at the 38. So that brings up 4th down.
37-yard line, 3 yards short of a first down.
Now what you want to see if you're Morristown-Beard, a 3 and out, and now Butler's going to have a chance to put some more points on the board. They've got some time here. They got 2 minutes about coming on the clock, and they've run the ball for the most part in this half. So they might need some time to score. Let's see if they air it out on this possession.
Here is Dallas back to punt. And this one gets into territory. This is across the 20, across the 10. And Dallas's punt will go all the way back and trickles into the end zone, just barely stops right at the end zone. It was a beautiful punt there from Dallas. Outkicked his coverage, and it'll be a touchback, but certainly not the worst thing in the world there from Dallas.
No, and he's been good. Dallas has been good thus far. He's had a few really nice-looking punts into the wind, going into the wind, and then with the wind. He's been playing the elements very well as this punter, and he was just about 5 yards away where that ball stopped in the end zone from it being really tough for Butler.
Well, from foot to the end of the kick, that one went about 70 yards after the end of the roll. And here's the give to Castiglia on the right side, and he has a step across the 40-yard line, still on his feet. Across the 30, he is brought down, and here comes Butler looking for one more score before they go into the locker rooms. Butler already up 14-0, 1:42 to go. A big hit there.
Now look, this kid's just got wide receiver speed because he's listed as a wide receiver. There's a foot race right there, and that's Taj Valentine defending for Morristown-Beard. So that just gives you an idea of how fast Castiglia really is. Phenomenal play there as we've got a timeout on the field.
50-yard run there for Castiglia. So that's into territory of Morristown-Beard. Ball spotted at the 30-yard line. Timeout on the field, 1:42 to go. Clock stopped. 14-0. Butler already leading with the ball. Going into the wind, well, there's been no problem as the run game has been so strong for this Butler team.
Yeah, we saw both teams trying to air it out early on in the game. Morristown-Beard, that led to an interception. And since then, we've seen both teams start to run the ball. And Morristown-Baird's in a dangerous situation right now, especially in these conditions. You're down 3 scores, and you're going to have to start throwing the ball. It's going to be tough to do. So this is a almost must stop if you're Morristown-Beard here at the end of the first half.
Crimson really need to get the stop as they're already down 2 scores. Do get the ball first in the second half. So being down 2 scores with the ball to start the second half, not the worst thing in the world. And here is a pitch on the right side for Centenaro, and he gets to the corner, and he's brought down near another first down, a gain of about 9 on the play. And here come a couple of late flags, and we'll see what this is, as a couple of hits were made at the sideline.
Yeah, obviously not what you want to see.
Now, we already had a personal foul
And it's
on
another
the
one, it
Crimson
looks like.
on the last drive, and another one here would certainly be another gut-wrenching penalty.
Personal foul penalty against Morristown-Beard.
And this
And
is a
that's
personal foul on Morristown-Beard.
You just can't have that, especially when you're in a game like this that's high intensity. It's your homecoming night. You don't want to make these kinds of mistakes. You want your energy to be high, but you can't be making these kinds of mistakes and giving Butler the field position to score. And they've got a really good chance to score, and this is exactly what happened on the last possession. Morristown-Beard just gave Butler 15 yards, and they were able to punch it into the end zone.
And now we had an issue with the clock while the penalty was being called out, and all the yards being sorted out. We did have the clock running. So.
I'm glad we're not the only ones having issues with the clock.
So the clock, it says 46 seconds left in the first half. Certainly not the case. So we're going to have to reset the clock.
Don't forget at halftime, they've got the Hall of Fame induction ceremony here at Morristown-Beard. They're going to honor 4 new inductees: John Hatch, Carrie Scully-Strobeck, Michael Betts Jr., and Julie Gumpel will all be inducted into the Morristown-Beard Athletic Hall of Fame. Congratulations to all of them. They'll be honored at halftime here in Morristown. They were already honored with a ceremony before the game, but the festivities continue here on homecoming week from Morristown-Beard.
Ball is spotted right outside of the 10-yard line, so Butler can get a first down without scoring. Ball is spotted right at the 12. And we have 1:34 on the clock remaining in the first half. Butler with a strong run game. They can take this down to the half if they choose and still probably get the score. They've been moving the ball so well on the ground. We'll see how the defense for the Crimson responds. Here's a pitch to the right side, and there's Centenario looking for the corner, and he gets to the corner. He scoots near the end zone. Hands go up. That is a touchdown for Centenario, a 12-yard run to make it 20-0. Butler up on Morristown-Beard. 1:26 to go here in the first half.
And the blocking has just been phenomenal for this Butler team. Beautiful block right there by the right side of the line. Corey Mack up there for Butler, able to spring him for the touchdown.
And the wind has really picked up, it's really intensified. So into the wind goes another extra point attempt for Declan Minogue. Snap is back, the hold is down, kick is up, and misses wide to the left. So the score holds at 20-0, 1:26 to the half. So Butler misses the extra point. Certainly can't blame the kid. I mean, it's such a tough day with the weather.
Yeah, I was impressed that he made the first two, to be honest with you, because I think both of those were into the wind as well. And this one just kind of shanks to the left.
Just missed it to the left there on the extra point, but still a 3-score game, 20-0. Butler leads, and Morristown-Beard will get one more shot before going into the half.
Listen, man, if you watched the Pittsburgh-Baltimore game last night, you saw Josh Scobie miss those field goals. You're
Kicking
never gonna,
ain't easy.
Yeah, it ain't easy. It ain't easy. Even the best miss field goals. And especially in these conditions, 2 of 3, pretty good for the extra points.
Well, I wouldn't say that the weather at Heinz Field was quite this bad last night, but certainly not an easy place to kick field goals, kick extra points. Scobie 6 of 10 on the season. Start out certainly a rough way to go for a guy who'd been so reliable for so many years in Jacksonville.
Yeah, Steelers fans not happy.
That goes without saying.
And neither are Morristown-Beard fans here today.
On this homecoming night, Morristown-Beard finds itself down 20-0 to the visiting Butler Bulldogs. And the Crimson will get their hands on the ball one more time here in the first half.
Only about 40 seconds taken off the clock on that Butler drive, so still some time for Morristown-Beard here.
And here is the kick. It's on the left side, and this ball rolls towards the sideline, goes out of bounds. That'll be a legal procedure. Jack Cipriano, the junior, just let that one roll out of bounds. And it looks like it's going to be a re-kick here. So another kickoff here for Butler. Back him up the yardage before the re-kick. And with the way that the wind is blowing, of course, into the face of Butler, I certainly think it's a good decision to get the re-kick. See if you can get the ball close to the 50 even on the return.
Yeah, no doubt.
Valentine back deep to receive. Also back deep is Brad Dallas. Wouldn't be surprised here to see if one of the up men get it on a short kick to see if they even want to pitch it back to Valentine just to get the ball into his hands. See if he can do something, spark some magic here as the first half expires. 1:26 to go in the first half. 20-0. Butler leads. There's another low, wobbly kick. This one rolls out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
Yes, the flag is going to be.
There is another flag for illegal procedure. And re-kick again?
Well, I guess. I mean,
And head coach Tim Fell looks like he's going to call for another re-kick.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to re-kick when it was out of bounds, back at the 20, you're going to re-kick if it's out of bounds back at the 40.
And this Butler special teams unit now is in full backup mode. They're going to have to kick off from their own 30-yard line. And we'll just see, depending on the way this kick goes, how many times Morristown-Beard can get the ball up on another short kick. And certainly field position is helping the Crimson right now.
Oh, no doubt.
So once again, Dallas and Valentine back deep to receive. They're only standing at their own 25. And here is a kick. This one is to the left side. It's rolling toward the sideline and
out of bounds.
You guessed it, out of bounds again. So we have another illegal procedure.
Wow.
And we'll have another re-kick.
Darius, this is why I love watching sports, is because you see something that you've never seen before. Even though you've watched thousands and thousands of games, you still see something that you've never seen before. This is the 4th time in the half that we have seen a ball go out of bounds and a re-kick has to happen. Now, I don't know if there's some sort of rule for how many times you can kick it in a row. And it looks like Butler's still backing up. They're going to have to kick it within their own 25-yard line.
Well, the one thing that we do know is that these kicks out of bounds will not result into any points. Can't have a safety on these penalties, but at this point, it's really going all the way back for this Butler squad. So Morristown-Beard, guaranteed great field position. This one is the little squibber right up the middle. And we have another penalty on the kick, and it appears to be offsides on Butler.
I can't imagine how cold the fans are right now.
Well, they were expecting about 5 to 10 minutes ago that it was going to be at the half.
Yeah, perhaps some of them were trying to get into the athletic center and get warmed up, but unfortunately they're a little delayed here as this kick is going to go back to the 20 now.
So it's been 20 yards of penalties for Butler. Still on the kickoff attempt, still leading 20-0. It's still 1 minute 26 seconds left in the first half.
All right, 5th time's the charm, right?
Dallas and Valentine now standing at the 50-yard line, and don't you know what, the wind blows the ball off the tee.
All right, football gods are just trolling.
Football gods do
Bulldogs
not
right
want
now.
this kick to happen. And it's surprising that actually that was the first time, with all this weather, that was the first time that the ball has fallen off the tee.
That's a good point.
So we'll see if the weather wreaks havoc again. This kick is away, another low kick right up the middle, and here is was going to be Valentine to pick it up, and man dropped right on top of it was Nick Fazio. Captain dropped on top of the ball at their own 47-yard line. So that is where Morristown-Beard finally takes over. 2 seconds off the clock, though. It was a lot more time in real time.
Yeah. All right, so 50 yards here for Morristown-Beard to go, and 126. And a little bit more than 50 yards as they back them up, and we'll start at the 47-yard line.
So ball spotted at the 47-yard line, 53 yards away from making this a 2-score game. Morristown-Beard, shotgun set. And here is a give to Valentine on the right side. And he has a gain of about 7 on the first down run. Now 1:15, a moving clock here in the first half. We'll see how the Crimson play it. They can keep the ball on the ground if they want. Don't need to go to the air. Of course, Crimson do have the wind at their backs right now. Here's Zielinski on the shotgun give and gives it to Valentine. Valentine gets across the 45 and stopped right there.
And I think they're hoping that he can get past the first down marker to stop that clock.
And timeout was called on the field by the Crimson. 51 seconds left in the first half. Morristown-Beard trailing 20-0.
So I don't think there's any doubt that this is 4-down territory.
Certainly would think so. Punting here is not really going to help you out at all.
Punting's not going to happen, but you've got to have your eyes bigger. Their eyes are on the prize, the end zone. How are they going to get into the end zone? So Coach Fell's got to draw something up here and see if we can get the ball into open space and get a big play for Morristown-Beard. That would be a huge boost heading into the locker room. Give them some high energy as they come out for the second half.
Hasn't been a great day to throw the ball, but the wind is at the backs of the Crimson right now. It's 3rd and 2. First things first, have to get the first down before you can even start thinking about the end zone. We've seen a couple of gives to Valentine. Would you think that Valentine would be the way to go right here?
You know, you would think so. They haven't had a tremendous amount of success running the ball. Maybe try to get it out to them on a screen pass, something of that nature. Just try to get the ball in somebody's hands in space so they can make a play.
Feels like it's been forever since the last passing attempt. Seen a lot of plays on the ground for both of these teams. And here is Zielinski in the shotgun, standing at his own 50-yard line. It's the 43 to gain for a first down. Fakes to Valentine. Zielinski keeps it himself. He's ran into a massive guys right at the 43, and we'll see where the spot is. Looks to be short of the first down.
Yeah, they're not even going to measure it. Now they do
We have
stop the clock.
The clock stopped
to
and
measure.
Head coach Tim Fell is out there asking for a measurement. Ball looks to be about maybe 6 inches short, if even that. We'll see on the spot. 34.5 seconds left in the first half. It's 20-0 Butler leading. We'll see about this spot. And it is going to be short. Almost a full yard short.
Yeah.
So it brings up 4th down and 1 for the Crimson. Certainly, as you mentioned, 4-down territory. You certainly expect them to go for it here. No reason not to, really.
Yeah, you've got to, especially because you're down by 20 points.
20-0. Butler leads. Crimson with the wind at the backs, trying to keep this drive alive. 34 and 5/10 to go. Now the clock is rolling. And here is a give to Valentine, and he looks to have a first down. He is across the first down marker, just shy of the 40-yard line at the 41 is the spot. So that brings up first down, 1st and 10 for Morristown-Beard. 24 and 8/10 left on the first half clock.
And the clock will start once again once the ball is spotted, I believe.
Clock started at 21 seconds. Here is Zielinski looking to throw. Throws across the middle. This one is nearly intercepted. Drops down to the ground at the 20-yard line. Zielinski looks like he overshot his man there on the pass attempt. 16 seconds. That's where the clock stops. Brings up 2nd down and 10. First down marker is just shy of the 30. Looks to be at the 31-yard line. 2nd down and 10 for Morristown-Beard. Zielinski fakes to Valentine, steps up in the pocket. He's going to take off. He's across the 40-yard line, still on his feet, across the 35. Breaks another tackle across the 30-yard line. He has a first down. Just 6 seconds left on the clock. And we'll see if Morristown-Beard is able to get off another play.
Should have one more play in them since the clock stopped for the first down, and now a timeout is
And do
called.
have a timeout called.
All right.
And that was the last timeout of the first half for the Crimson. So did have that last timeout in their back pocket, and Coach Fell calls for the timeout.
Now, so this has got to be into the end zone, this play. 6 seconds left. This is probably the last play of the half. Maybe you've got 2 shots at the end zone if you throw an incomplete pass, but yeah, you'd be risking it.
The only thing that you could really think if you wanted to get 2 plays would have to be a quick hit at the sideline and step out of bounds. Maybe you could do that in under 5 seconds, but to take a shot at the end zone, it would certainly run up the rest of this first half clock. So I think that's the discussion that you have to have right now if you're Coach Fell. The offense is out there just about ready to go. It's 1st and 10. Ball is spotted at the, call that the
Wow, they're going for a field goal.
27-yard line, so they're going to call for a long field goal attempt. Here is Dallas with the wind at his back. And it's a high snap to Zielinski. Zielinski takes off, and he's just looking to keep the play alive. Rolling out to the left side, and ball's down on the turf. But that's going to end the first half. Play is over. So that'll end the first half. It's 20-0, Butler leading, as Dallas never even had a chance there on the bobbled snap. 20-0, Butler leads Morristown-Beard as we go into the half here in Morristown, New Jersey. We're at the half here in Morristown, New Jersey. Simon Rose and Darius Thigpen with you, Morristown-Beard. Taking on the Butler Bulldogs, it's homecoming game for the Crimson, and Crimson trailing 20-0. But here at the half, honoring the Morristown-Beard 2015 Hall of Fame celebration as they welcome in 4 new members to the Hall of Fame for Morristown-Beard. And for Morristown-Beard, John Hatch, posthumous induction to the Hall of Fame, football player in 1966, class of 66. And John Hatch, he was born in Alton, Illinois, spent the majority of his childhood in Convent Station, New Jersey. While at Morristown Prep, John made many lifelong friends, enjoyed playing baseball and football. Athletic highlights included the most valuable player during his freshman year of baseball, also threw a touchdown pass to Jim Barnes, and that defeated Del Barton in 1964. And Hatch passed away February of 2014, but John's legacy lives on here in Morristown, and certainly a great athletic career for him, playing football, playing baseball as well, MVP of the baseball team. Went on to the University of South Carolina and entered the Marine Corps, serving in Vietnam in 1969.
By the way, the Kirby Mile is going on. We're going to honor these guys, but let's take a look at this Kirby Mile. Some of these fans have even their shirts off here in this kind of weather.
Oh, bless these guys. It's less than 50 degrees, it's rainy, it's windy, and coming out with the shirtless approach.
You know what? I'm going to try to follow this Kirby Mile while you can introduce the Hall of Fame inductees, and we'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone here as we celebrate the homecoming festivities here at Morristown-Beard.
As runners are now away for the Kirby Mile. And John Hatch, football team, is a posthumous induction. Carrie Scully Strobeck, class of 92, also inducted into the Hall of Fame. And Carrie played lacrosse, field hockey, and ice hockey as well. And after excelling at lacrosse and field hockey and ice hockey at Morristown-Beard School, Carrie, she continued her athletics career at St. Lawrence University. She played women's ice hockey and lacrosse in her freshman year, field hockey and lacrosse in her sophomore year, field hockey again in her senior year. She spent her junior year abroad in Spain. She graduated with a double major in Spanish and Fine Arts. Michael Betts played baseball, football, and ice hockey his class of 2008. He's known as Trooper number 7366. Michael recently hung up his cleats and skates to serve and protect the state, where he was born and raised here in the Garden State, New Jersey. And he played baseball, football, and hockey here. And Michael, his passion about the Morristown-Beard School, and while attending, Michael was able to play the 3 sports he loved, played in high school, and received a great education to boot. He credits his teachers, coaches, and friends with helping him excel on the playing field and in the classroom as well. Now, Michael went on to Seton Hall University after graduating and he was majored in criminal justice, and he was a Big East academic all-star. He also got to play with the Seton Hall Pirates in Clearwater, Florida, won the Big East championship in baseball, and certainly a great field to play at, a Bright House Field down in Florida, and a great memory for him playing in the Big East championship game and on that team with Seton Hall. Julie Gumpel of 2009, field hockey, track, and field. She was 4-year varsity starter and earned 4 varsity letters on the Morristown-Beard field hockey team. She served as captain during her senior year and helped the Crimson capture the Prep B championship title in the fall of 2008. And she was also a member of the Edge Club field hockey team and participated in many national tournaments. And throughout Julie's high school field hockey career, she earned numerous accolades, including Most Improved Player, Coaches Award, Female Fall Sportsmanship Award, and the Most Valuable Player on the offensive side of things for the field hockey team. So that is your class: John Hatch, Carrie Scully Strobeck, Michael Betts, and Julie Gumpel. And those are your 4 members of the Morristown-Beard Athletic Hall of Fame. They were honored earlier tonight, inducted at 6 at Kirby Chapel. Speaking of Kirby, the Kirby Mile is still going, as we see many runners going across the track here at the field. And It's terrible weather. The wind is going. The rain is whipping around into the face, especially as they're going across the far side of the track. But
Yeah, I don't
these
know
runners
if-
aren't deterred.
I don't know if I could think of something that I'd want to do less than run a mile in this weather. And these kids are doing it, and it looks like they're doing it pretty well. Some of these kids even have their shirts off. This is a gutsy group of students running this Kirby mile here.
See
at
one kid out there in
Morristown-Beard.
khakis. He's not even wearing running shoes. A few different runners out there who are taking advantage of the elements and using it to get the wind at their back, certainly as they're coming down the stretch.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, not a big fan of running in the wind and rain. I am right there with you. Not really looking to go out and run in this type of weather, but these runners are.
I'm not really looking to go out and run in any type of road.
Oh, even 70 and sunny. I'm not really looking to go out and run a mile either.
No, me neither. But I am always in the mood to watch a football game in the third quarter. Hopefully has some better things in store for Morristown-Beard. Let's take a break here at halftime here for Morristown-Beard homecoming night, and we'll come back with the start of the second half.
So at the half, it is 20-0. Morristown-Beard trailing the Butler Bulldogs. Welcome back to a windy and rainy Morristown, New Jersey. Darius Thigpen and Simon Rose with you on the Strive Network. Morristown-Beard taking on the Butler Bulldogs. Homecoming night for Morristown-Beard. Crimson getting the ball to start the second half, trailing 20-0. Crimson rolling from right to left offensively, going into the wind. Story of the first half really was the run game for the Bulldogs, and Sean Centenaro, freshman, getting his second start at running back. He had 244 rushing yards and a couple of touchdowns last week. And Simon, he's been great tonight.
Yeah, he's been incredible in open field, and he's even when he's not been in open field, Morristown-Beard players have been in position to tackle him. They just have not been able to do so. He's been running with power. He's been running like a senior veteran running back, and to realize that he's a freshman is very, very remarkable.
Of course, they still have their senior running back, Dan Castiglia, who's ran the ball well when he's gotten the ball in his hands as well. Here is the second half kickoff, and it is brought back across the 30-yard line. And Ryan Russo on the return right to the 31-yard line, so that's where Morristown-Beard will take over to start the second half.
Yeah, offense gonna have to make some adjustments from that first half. Didn't have a tremendous amount of success throwing the ball, and they weren't able to move the ball with a lot of success in that first half. So here in the second half, they're gonna have to do something different, and what that is, I'm not sure, but hopefully Coach Fell knows.
See the backfield of Jimmy Zielinski, starting quarterback, and Taj Valentine, the running back. And they ran the ball a lot with Valentine. He came in averaging nearly 6 yards a carry. And he was a little bit less than that in the first half. But here is, in the second half, a strong run from Valentine. He's across the 50-yard line and into Butler territory. Here's Valentine like a shot out of a cannon. A great run to start the second half.
Yeah, how good is that to see for Morristown-Beard? That's their biggest play of the game, I believe.
And officially a 22-yard run. As you see the tail end of the run, he still finished it off going down here. Here is another give to Valentine, trying the left side this time. He's brought down right at the 40-yard line to pick up about 8 on the run on first down. Castiglia, who made the stop, brings up second down and short.
And finally a little room to run here for Valentine. There wasn't a ton of room for him in that first half, and the Butler defense did a nice job of pursuing the runner.
Valentine, the sophomore, 5'7", 155 out of Morristown. And here is a keep there from Zielinski as he goes left side. He's across the 35-yard line where he's held up, but stop momentum. That is going to be a first down as he stopped. So another Crimson first down, and for the first time today, we've really seen Morristown-Beard now on a drive.
Yeah, it's going to be important for them to get into the end zone. Really important for them to come out of this halftime.
Now, they did have that drive to end the first half, got near field goal range, set up for a long field goal, but botched snap kept them from attempting the field goal. And carry up the middle by Valentine, no gain on the play. Brings up second down and 10.
You get in the end zone here, it's a two-score game, and a lot of time remaining.
Line of gain is just shy of the 25-yard line, call that 26. So this is second down and 10. There's a fake to Valentine. Zielinski throws to the left side. It looked like it might have been tipped at the line of scrimmage. As dropped at the feet of his intended receiver, Zach Dees. Brings up third and long.
As Zielinski, you can see him after every play. He throws the ball. He's trying to dry off his hands. He's just having a little bit of trouble gripping that football in this slick weather.
Now you see some guys will go to the gloves in this type of weather, windy, rainy, tough to get a real feel for the ball. Zielinski going with no gloves on this. And here is a give to Valentine on the right side, and couldn't get to the corner. And he's brought down, no gain on the play. Mack with the stop, and it brings up fourth down.
Yeah, Valentine getting a little heated there.
Now Valentine set there at the end of the run. As see Valentine coming off the field, brings in the punting unit for Morristown-Beard. Rather see Zielinski go back out there.
Hey, you're fairly deep into enemy territory. You don't lose too much by going for it on fourth down, and you're down by 3 scores. So you got to make something happen.
So Valentine is out of the game. Here is Zielinski staying in at quarterback, throws to the right side, and overshot his man, incomplete on the play. Brings up fourth down, or turnover on downs.
First and 10 for the
So
Bulldogs.
that sends it back to the Bulldogs. Butler takes over. And Butler in pretty good field, in pretty good territory at their own 35-yard line. And we saw in that first half, Butler ran the ball so effectively. Both Castiglia and Centenaro looked good in the run game. 9:26 to go. Butler leads 20-0 in the third quarter. And the first play is a run up the middle. And here is Castiglia. He's across the 40. No one is in front of him. He's across the 20, across the 10, into the end zone. A touchdown on the first play of the third quarter for Butler. The first play is a run right up the middle for 6. It makes it 26-0 Bulldogs.
This kid is an absolute stud. Just a freshman. And we heard about him at halftime, what he did last week in his first start of his career. Well, here in his second start, he's putting on a show as well.
And just a run, once it got into the secondary, it was all there for Castiglia as he was had defenders at his back the entire time. He got through the initial surge at the line of scrimmage, and it was all downhill from there. Extra point is up and good. That makes it 27-0. Morristown-Beard trailing the Butler Bulldogs. And Butler on the run right now, and they have dominated the line of scrimmage here in this ball game.
Yeah, the running attack has been just too much to handle for Morristown-Beard. The offensive line doing a great job for Butler, and the running backs and Castiglia. I think I just confused Castiglia with Centenaro.
Now that's understandable because Centenaro had such a great first half. You would expect him to have a big hit in the second half as well.
And Castiglia was normally their running back. He's just had a little bit of trouble holding on to the football this season, and that's why Cantanaro has stepped in and got some time, and now they're going to split carries, and all of a sudden this turns into a really potent backfield for Butler when you've got Castiglia and now you've got Centenaro as well. This is a very good, potent rushing attack for Butler, and it's evident here as Morristown-Beard's having a lot of trouble stopping them on the ground.
Now the offense has done a pretty good job this season. Scored 42 points in the last game, did the Bulldogs. And here is Valentine on the kick return. He's across the 20-yard line, and he's brought down right across the 20. So that's where Morristown-Beard takes over. 9:05 to go in the third quarter. It's 27-0, Butler leading. And Valentine, who before the game we said could be one of the X factors, he has had a good game. He's gotten his yards on the ground, but has not been able to get into the end zone, and it's really all that matters right now. Crimson need to get scores in, and they have a uphill battle to go, down 4 scores. Here's Zielinski moving Valentine in the backfield. Now he has him set. Give his to Valentine on the right side, and he has a good run up the middle as he went through the right side. Gain of about 4 on the first down run.
Mack on the stop. 2nd and 5 for Morristown-Beard.
Call that a gain of 5 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 5. 30-yard line is to gain. So it's 2nd and 5. It's Morristown offense going into the wind. And it's a fly sweep on the right side. And Spazio, who's able to make a couple of guys miss, get back to the line of scrimmage. Gain of a couple of yards on the run. Brings up 3rd and 2. It's 3rd and 2, and Morristown-Beard trailing 27-0. Rolling clock at 8:10. Certainly need to get some offense going. Now the wind has died down quite a bit from the first half. Certainly in the second quarter we saw the wind at its worst. Here is Valentine running into the wind and running like the wind. He has a first down, making a couple of guys miss. Across the 35-yard line down at the 36. He has a first down. It's a big first down there for the Crimson.
You gotta like the fight out of the way this kid runs. Maybe take another look.
And avoided the big hit there at the end of the run. You saw safety coming downhill, is ready to put a pop on Valentine. He's just able to keep his feet going and make a move at the last second to avoid that big pop. Now here's Fazio into the backfield. He's standing next to Zielinski. And the give is to Fazio as he cuts back at the 35, gets back to the line of scrimmage, gain of maybe 2 on the play.
2-yard gains.
Brings up second down and 8. For the Crimson, first down marker is across the 45-yard line. And this offense down 27-0, not going with an up tempo. They're still taking their time getting the plays in. Here is Zielinski. Fakes a give, steps up, makes a guy miss. Now gets this one away, and it's dropped right at the 40-yard line by Kelly. Declan Kelly, who is officially the backup quarterback, has also gotten into some games as a receiver and dropped that one there, brings up 3rd and long.
And that's been the worst part about the offense for Morristown-Beard is when they have been able to set up a good play and throw the ball down the field, the receivers have dropped a number of passes here in this game.
By my count, at least 3 drops, and now here's a pre-snap penalty. It's a false start on the offense. They took off before the snap came. So that'll make it 3rd down and 13 for the offense.
3rd and 13.
Crimson need to get to the 45-yard line, just across the 45 for the first down. So it's a long way to go. 5 wide for Zielinski. His man Valentine in the slot on the right side. 2 receivers to the left, 3 to the right. Now here's a throw down the right sideline over the head of his intended receiver, and that was Kelly again. And over the head of the sophomore, ball drops incomplete to bring up 4th down. And they're going to call for the punt unit. As Dallas comes back out to punt once again. This time punting into the wind. 6:47 to go, and Morristown-Beard trails 27-0 to the Bulldogs. Here's Dallas, and this punt is shanked, and it might have been partially blocked. This one is picked up right at the 20-yard line, and across the 20-yard line down at the 18 is where Butler will take over. And great field position for the Bulldogs, already up 27-0. As we get a second look at the punt. And it
went off his
looks
own
like
man.
he went into the back of the helmet of his own man. And yeah, personal protector was hit in the back of the helmet. Certainly a tough break there for Dallas and the punt unit. And now you have Butler taking over, already up 27-0 inside the red zone. And do have a timeout called on the field, called by Butler. But it's 27-0. Butler already leading, 6:38 to go in the 3rd quarter. So yet another great chance, a great opportunity for these Bulldogs who have they found their rhythm offensively, and the offensive line certainly have to give them some love. A very veteran offensive line for these Bulldogs. John Fatone, the junior, Michael Warren, the junior, on the left side as well. Brian Jewett, the senior, is at center. Cole Ryan Smith, right guard, is a senior. Corey Mack at right tackle is a junior. Very good offensive line, and they've dominated this game today.
I'm really impressed with the offensive line. The running attack, of course, is the obvious story for this Butler team. We had talked to a few of the coaches at halftime here, and they said that every game that Butler has played this year, they've had an opportunity to compete in. And they just have the one game they did get blown out. They had 8 turnovers in that game. However, without those 8 turnovers, the execution may have still been there for this Butler team. So this could be a very dangerous team moving forward, and they're putting together a very impressive performance.
Talking to Coach Luciani yesterday, the one thing he said that he really wanted to see his team do was improve defensively. Gave up 41 points in that win last week. Well, pitching a shutout so far, so the defense has done its job. Of course, the weather certainly helped. Here's first down give right up the middle. Gain of about 4 on the play for Castiglia. Brings up second down. So it's been Castiglia and Centenaro on the ground for this Butler team. Still have the threat of the pass as well. We've seen a couple of big hits for the offense for Butler. There's Austin Mickens, fullback dive. Picks up a couple of yards on the run. Brings up 3rd and short.
3rd and 4.
3rd and call it 4. Line to gain is inside the 10, right at the 8-yard line of Morristown-Beard. 5:50 to go in the third quarter. A rolling clock, 27-0. Butler leads. Here's a toss on the right side. Castiglia is close to the sticks. And we'll see about the spot. He's inside the 10. And they're going to mark him short for a 4th down. So we'll bring up 4th down and 1 for Butler. So it brings up 4th down and 1, and they're going to keep the offense out there, see if they can get this 1 yard rather than attempt a field goal. And here is the give right up the gut, and once again, it is Castiglia, and he appears to have the 1st down. And it's a good spot, and they're going to call it a 1st down. So that brings up 1st and goal for Butler.
1st down, Butler. 1st and goal from the 8-yard
These Butler
line.
Bulldogs already up 27-0, looking to take a commanding lead here in the game. Here's the toss on the left side to Castiglia, and he reverses his field, cuts it back up the middle. Ball is put on the ground. It's a fumble. Ball is loose. It rolls into the end zone. It's still loose. We'll see who picked it up. And Butler says it's on top of it, and the Bulldogs do have it. So a play that should have been catastrophic, picked back up by the Bulldogs. 6 more points. That makes it 33-0. Butler, 4:49 to go on the fumble recovery in the end zone.
Man, it's just pinballs around here, and this is just the way that the game has been going for Morristown-Beard.
And trying to see who got the recovery.
1 chance to cover. Morristown-Beard's got a glorious chance to cover there. They can't do it, and it's just Butler who wants the football more.
And John Vitone credited with the recovery. So it's 6 more points for Butler.
Oh, how
4:49 to
excited,
go.
how excited our offensive line.
Well, yeah,
when they get
the
into
offensive
end
linemen,
zone.
they don't get to score too often. So, I mean, certainly not the way you would like it off of a fumble, but he gets 6 points, makes it 33-0. Butler leading 4:49 to go. And they're going to go for 2. And here is a fullback fake, and a throw to the left side is over the head of his intended receiver, looking for Alfred Batapete, but that still makes it 33-0. Butler leading, 4:49 to go. Commanding lead at this point with the way that the offense has looked for Morristown-Beard. Yeah, it's just been one of those games where the weather has affected Morristown-Beard, but it really has not hampered the offensive efforts for these Bulldogs. They've been able to run the ball with great effectiveness, and even with the throwing game, they haven't passed the ball a ton, but when they have, they have been the more effective of the 2 teams throwing the ball.
Yeah, and the turnovers and the penalties have helped Butler more than Morristown-Beard. Remember, in the first half, 2 of those touchdown drives were set up by 2 personal foul penalties by Morristown-Beard. And Butler has gotten penalized a few times in this game, but they've been able to overcome with sustained offensive drives, running the football. And Morristown-Beard, their energy seems to be zapped at this point.
As Butler is ruining this homecoming game for the Crimson. Morristown-Beard 0-3 to start the season, coming in off of a 41-0 loss at Hanover Park. And here's the kickoff. Goes off the hands of Russo, and he has to take a knee, and this one is down right at the 10-yard line. So that's really a bad break there. Not only did he not get any positive yards on the return, lost 10 yards just about on the return off of the bobble. So that is where Morristown-Beard will take over. 33-0. Morristown-Beard trailing Butler, 4:46 to go in the third quarter. So 90 yards away, this offense takes over, looking to get on the scoreboard for the first time today. And this offense looks to be out of sorts. They didn't know who they wanted on the field, and saw late man Crispo coming off, and do have a flag down now. And it's a false start on Morristown-Beard. So that'll back them up to the 5-yard line.
It'll be a 5-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
It's 1st down and 15. The 20 is to gain. There's a shotgun snap for Zielinski. Give. Up the middle, a short run there for Valentine.
Valentine on the carry. Short gain. It'll be
Got back about
2nd and
3 yards,
12
brings
for
up 2nd and 12. Morristown-Beard came in with 135 rushing yards a game. Over 300 yards of total offense per game, and been held under that mark to this point. Also averaging 22 points per game coming into tonight. They've been held well under that. Held off the scoreboard completely, 33-0. Morristown-Beard trailing. Here's give to Valentine, trying to get to the corner on the left side. And he looks like he may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It brings up 3rd and long.
2nd and 12. 3rd and 12.
So that brings up 3rd down and 12 for this offense. Morristown-Beard has not been able to get much going offensively. Passing game just has not been there tonight. Going into the wind and the rain right now. And Bulldogs, they look ready to go defensively. Morristown-Beard still trying to figure out who they have on the field. Now they're ready to go. There's a screen set back up the middle. Ball is batted at the line of scrimmage, and it's incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Defense was ready for the screen. Got their hands up right at the moment when Zielinski got the ball away. A great job by the defensive line to bat that ball out of the air.
A lot of those guys on the defensive line are the same guys that are providing success on the offensive line for Butler on the other side of the football.
Butler has really done well in the trenches today. It brings up 4th down. Dallas back to punt. Gets this one away, and it's a low wobbly kick. Bounces at the 25, rolls across the 30-yard line. So great field position again here for Butler as this one is down at the 31.
Butler will take over 1st and 10.
Butler takes over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line inside Morristown-Beard territory. 3:04 to go in the 3rd quarter, 33-0. Butler leads. Now Morristown-Beard, in case you were wondering, was a private school founded in 1880, established in 1891. Features grades 6 through 12. Darren Burns is head of the upper school, all these high school guys. The Baird School for girls and the Morristown School for boys merged in 1971, so officially started out as 2 separate entities. Here's a give up the middle on the 1st down run there for Centenaro, and no gain on the play.
Yeah, and speaking of Morristown-Beard, what a phenomenal job by the athletic department to welcome us in here. And we were so privileged to be here, a part of all of the festivities, to be a part of the field hockey event, the soccer games yesterday. It's such unbelievable facilities here at Morristown-Beard, and great people as well. The athletic department, Joanne Zama, the athletic director, and everyone in the athletic department, and everyone here at Morristown-Beard in particular. Thank you to everyone.
And here is the give on 2nd down. Centenaro trying to get to the outside on the right side, and he gets about 4 yards on the 2nd down run. Bring up 3rd and 6.
3rd and 5 for Butler.
And it's a beautiful facility that they have here in Morristown, and certainly love the way that they've taken care of the field. I've been to college stadiums that don't have this nice of a field.
Yeah, the turf is beautiful.
Turf is beautiful out there.
And this is the ideal playing surface for weather like this. You don't have to do much to maintain it.
There's a toss to the outside on the right side, and down near the 25-yard line of Centenaro. So that'll bring up 4th down. But a lot of times when you go to a high school game and the weather is like this, you certainly worry, our guys going to have thick grass? We're going to have to deal with being on a turf that's just dangerous, tough to play on. But it's been smooth sailing on the grounds today. And this game tonight is, even though it's gone very one-sided for Butler, it still has been a clean game as far as all the equipment and all of some of those extra things that you might not think of before the game. Now here's the 4th down play. It's a throw down the right side, a wide open. Nick Gagliardi is into the end zone for the touchdown. That is an easy touchdown on the 4th down play. Don't think that Morristown-Beard was looking for the pass, but that is an easy touchdown pass on 4th down. Makes it 39-0. Butler leads.
Yeah, at this point, it looks like Morristown-Beard is just They've handed it in. They are ready for this game to be over and move on with their season. The good news for Morristown-Beard is that a loss is a loss. If it was a 1-point loss, it's just as detrimental as a 40 or 50-point loss. So, you know, they're going to learn from this. And I don't think that the coaching staff can be happy with the way that the team has played, obviously. But you want to see some effort here in the last quarter and a half. So show some pride for the Crimson here at Morristown-Beard.
And it's the 6th touchdown of the game for Butler, 40-0. 1:06 to go. Butler leads in the 3rd quarter. And it's been a rough homecoming night for the football team of the Crimson. And looking to avoid starting out the season 0-4, and if that would be their record if they lose tonight. Already 0-1 in the Northwest Jersey Athletic Conference, coming off of a 41-0 loss at Hanover Park. And it's certainly not the way that you draw it up for your homecoming night for Morristown-Beard.
Yeah, and bad news for Morristown-Beard is they're going to be on the road for the next 4 games, I believe. So it doesn't get any easier for them. Conference play beginning, and they're going to have some of their tougher opponents coming up. So it's going to be tough for this Morristown-Beard team. They're going to need to build on this performance and see if they can move forward here in the season, try to erase this game.
Offense for the Crimson going from right to left, going into the wind and the rain. There's a low kick, and it's fielded by Russo right at the 20-yard line, and he does not fall on this one. He'll take it across the 25-yard line, a gain of about 5 on the kick return. So at the 25 is where the offense will take over for the Crimson. As we're inside a minute here in the 3rd quarter, 40-0. Butler leads Morristown-Beard. And we have a running clock now. See if the offense can get some positive momentum. Going into the wind right now, field will flip at the end of the quarter. Here's a give to Valentine on the right side, and he's across the 30-yard line, down right around the 36, gain of about 6 on the first down run.
2nd and about 2 for Morristown-Beard.
And we'll spot him right at the 31-yard line, so that'll bring up 2nd down and 4 as we go into the 4th quarter. Morristown-Beard trailing the Butler Bulldogs by the score of 40-0. This is the Strive Network.
Morristown-Beard nothing.
How did they get so fast? You gotta tell me the secret. Man, they're looking strong this year. What have they been up to? Where you been training at? We gotta go there too. Come learn the secret to game speed for yourself at the Parisi Speed School. We are the fastest gym in the country.
Back in Morristown, New Jersey, Darius Thigpen. And we also, Simon Rose with you as we have a homecoming game between Morristown-Beard Crimson and the Butler Bulldogs. It's all Butler tonight. Butler leading 40-0 as we begin the 4th quarter. And here's snapping. It's not handled properly by Zielinski. And he jumps on top of the ball right at the 24-yard line. So it'll bring up 3rd down and long.
3rd and 11.
Make that 3rd and 11 for Morristown-Beard. They have to get to the 35-yard line for the first down. Now the wind is at the backs of the Crimson right now. Love to see them get some momentum going into their next game. There's a give right up the middle to Valentine. He's across the 25 for a gain of about 4 yards, 3 yards maybe. And that'll bring up 4th and long.
4th and 9.
So it brings up 4th and 9. Crimson trailing 40-0, 11 minutes to go.
Dallas
On rolling clock. Dallas is back to punt. His last 2 have not been good. First one went off of his own man. His second one went for all about 10 yards. Here's a much better kick from Dallas across the 50-yard line. Takes a good hop for Crimson. Rolls across the 30. Keeps rolling across the 25. Inside the 20.
Keep
and
going.
This one will be dropped inside the 15. The wind keeps it going.
This is nuts.
And I think the wind is going to take this one all the way back toward the goal line. It's inside the 10 to see how much further it goes.
You have got to be kidding me.
Monsoon conditions as the wind has pushed this one all the way inside the 5. And you don't want to get too greedy. Stop it before it gets to the goal line. And there you go. As this punt from Dallas hit at the 50-yard line and then rolls 49 yards just shy of the goal line.
That was about the nuttiest thing I've ever seen in a football game.
So
we thought that was going to stop at about the 25, and it rolled another 24 yards.
Now, the stat sheets aren't going to tell you the whole story there. It's going to show you up a 70-plus yard punt. Now, you got to give a lot of credit to the weather there. The ball stopped at the 50. It was certainly a good enough kick to get inside the 40, inside the 30. But then it just kept on rolling. And certainly once it got to the 20, the ball just had a second life.
Yeah. We got a timeout on the field here, so that is going to stop the clock on the running clock, 9:40 to go. But Dallas has actually had a pretty good game punting the football.
Take away those two bad punts.
Take away those two bad punts. And Dallas has had a tremendous game. He's had some good punts. He's pinned Butler back a few times. He's played the wind pretty well. But when your punter is one of the highlights on your team, that's never a good thing.
Well, for that last punt, though, we do have a name that we can give you an assist to. Joaquin would be the name. Hurricane Joaquin threatening on the East Coast. Certainly not expecting hurricane force weather tonight, but the wind and the rain certainly pushed to that last punt to just about 70 yards.
Yeah, that was remarkable.
So inside the 5, right at the 1-yard line, just trying to get out of the shadow of their own goalpost. Butler the give right up the middle, and a gain of about 3, maybe 4 on the run.
Carries for about 3 or 4 yards.
And it's certainly a good run there to get out of its own goal line there for Butler. And here is another keep straight up the middle. And no gain on the play, maybe a pickup of 1. And in the game on the keeper was Minogue. And the wind is really starting to pick up. As you can see, it's now a stiff breeze. Look up into the lights. The wind is starting to blow sideways right into the face of these Bulldogs. They're going from right to left offensively. Here's a give on the right side, trying to get to the corner, and he does. And that is a huge run for Brady. He's across the 40, he's across the 50, into Morristown territory. He is across the 30-yard line where he is brought down. And Patrick Brady, the sophomore, with a quick hit on the right side, just a quick give, and he was off to the races. A great run there. And they are at it once again. Now Brady in on the ground.
Yeah, this running attack continues to impress. And he was so quick, I couldn't keep up with him on the camera.
Yeah, the fly sweep was a great play there. Brady able to get to the corner, got to the outside, turned on the Jets. And a huge run there as it's now into Morristown-Beard territory right at the 30-yard line. And Minogue is going to stay in the game, the backup quarterback, the sophomore, 5'10", 150. And here is a give right up the middle, and goes for about 6 yards on the run.
About a 7-yard gain.
And that was Christian Hold on the run, the senior. Give him 7 yards on the run, brings up 2nd down and 3. 7:22 to go on a rolling clock. 40-0. Butler leads with the ball going into the wind, but the running attack still going strong. Hold is the deep back. Minogue under center. Man goes in motion. And it's going to be another give up the middle. And Hold gets yard, maybe 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and short.
Garrett Ryan in on the stop.
I wonder which Butler school had the nickname Bulldogs first, Butler University or this Butler High School?
Well, that would certainly be a good one to bring up. Butler was founded in the late 1800s.
Okay.
Established as a public school in 1905.
Okay.
Principal Martin Wall. Certainly not going to be an easy one. Butler University out in Indiana has been around for a while as well.
Yeah, that's true. It's the question of the day.
4 receivers in the game, 2 to the left, 2 stacked on the right side. Hold is in the backfield, standing directly behind Minogue, who's under center. And Minogue is just going to go with the quarterback sneak up the middle, and he's close to the first down, got close to it with the forward momentum. And the spot is going to be right at the sticks. Looks to be good enough for a first down. So the Bulldogs do have the first down just outside of the red zone.
First down, Bulldogs.
Or rather, just across the 20 now. 5:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Butler leads 40-0. Two receivers to the right of the formation, 2 out to the left. Far man all the way out to the left side is Brandon Weibel. And here is a give on a fly sweep, trying to get to the corner, and a great run inside the 10-yard line, brought down inside the 10. And that was Arbor Ferrati on the run. The senior, 5'7", 150.
It'll be first and goal.
He has a first and goal for the Bulldogs. And 4:45 to go. Butler threatening to put up another 6 on the board. Running clock, 4:35 to go in the fourth quarter. Butler leads 40-0. Looking to put an extra exclamation point on their output tonight. Offense has been great. 42 points last week, 40 tonight. Were not for a couple mixed extra points. Could be 42 for the Bulldogs. There's a give up the middle and pickup of about 2 yards. Garrett Ryan in on the stop. And certainly got to be a happy sideline for the Bulldogs, as looking to start the season now.
Second and goal from the 5.
2-2. Get back to 500, not just on the season, but in conference play as well. Minogue back under center, taking his time. Hold is to his right. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Ball spotted on the left hash mark. Running clock under 3:30 here in the fourth quarter. Minogue steps up under center. And it looks like I have a false start. Looks like center moved the ball back before he before he snapped it. So it is a false start on the offense. Back him up 5 yards. And you have to admire the resiliency of this offense for Butler. In the wind and the rain was not a deterrent, and offensive line got going early and dominated this game.
Just an incredibly impressive performance on both sides of the ball. Obviously 0 points for Morristown-Beard. That means you're doing something right defensively, and of course offensively. We talk so much about the running backs for this Butler team.
Here's Minogue, will take a knee.
Minogue takes a knee.
And this game was really dominated in the trenches on both sides. As you mentioned, the defensive line did its job as well. Got to give some love to the guys up front. Bitone at defensive end, Taggart at defensive tackle, Warren at defensive tackle, and Alfred Batapade at D end. And those guys had a great job, did a great job up front. Did see a few big runs from Taj Valentine, but aside from that, really no offense today for Morristown-Beard.
Yeah. It's been all Butler here in this one from start to finish.
So we're now inside 2 minutes, 3rd and 10 for the offense, and Butler once again up under center, expect to take another knee. Running clock under 2 minutes, 40-0 Butler leads. As wind and rain begin to intensify once again. Nogue takes another knee, 1:40 to go in the ball game.
I mentioned things don't get much easier for Morristown-Beard. We'll take a look at their upcoming schedule. They're on the road for the next 3 games at MKA. They're 4-0 or MKA. Morris Catholic 1-3 at Hopatcong 2-1, then Boonton 3-0, and Glen Ridge 0-3. So a tough schedule coming up for this Morristown-Beard team as well.
Yeah, but 4 of the 5 to end out the regular season on the road. It's certainly not what you're looking for. You want to take advantage of these home games, and today was just not a good day for the offense. The wind and rain certainly not helping, but you do give credit to Butler, as we're now under a minute to play, 4th and 10, and Bulldogs take another knee. Ball will go back to Morristown-Beard for one more time, but don't even know if we're really going to take a snap here. Just get out of this game without any injuries and keep everyone together going into next week. As you mentioned, going on the road to take on a 4-0 team, certainly not an easy task for the Crimson. So Morristown-Beard start out the season 0-4, 0-2 in conference play. Back-to-back shutouts against the Crimson. But a good win for Butler. For Butler, they improved to 2-2 on the season. Bulldogs 1-1 in conference play. Back-to-back 40-point outputs for the offense, so you certainly appreciate that for the Bulldogs. Final score is now 40-0 as the Butler Bulldogs knock off the Morristown-Beard Crimson, ruining here homecoming night for the Crimson. And what a game it was for both of the lines, the offensive and defensive line for Butler. Simon, just a great game in the trenches for these Bulldogs.
Yeah, I mean, the storyline is obviously the running attack offensively for the Bulldogs. Defensively, they were able to stop the MKA running attack. They kept Valentine in check, which is really what they needed to do. Morristown-Beard unable to get anything going through the air, and that allowed Butler to kind of key in on that running attack, and they were able to stop them. Just want to remind our viewers that we will be in Princeton tomorrow. We've got a doubleheader of soccer, Princeton Day School against Lawrenceville, which should be a phenomenal doubleheader of soccer. So we're excited for that one, but a good performance here by Butler, and a tough one to swallow if you're Morristown-Beard. If you're Morristown-Beard, you just got to erase this from your memory. You got to learn on it, learn from it, because you're going to learn from every game that you play. And this is going to hopefully bring them together as a team. It's a tough one to swallow, though, if you're a Crimson fan.
So for Simon Rose and everyone here with the Strive Network, I'm Darius Thigpen. Once again, the final score tonight was 40-0. Butler knocked off the Morristown-Beard Crimson. Have a good night, everyone.